Hey, what's up, guys? So, another thing that I do want to add is I want to talk about Lucas Ribeiro and I want to talk about Mamelodi Sundowns as well. Sundowns played the game against Al Ahly and a game ending 0-0. Boring game, I must say. And especially a performance that was very disappointing from Mamelodi Sundowns aspect. But I looked at the numbers and I was looking at the stats, and I know like it's stats, right? It's obviously you gotta watch what you gotta see what's on the pitch. But guys, Lucas Ribeiro hasn't had a goal involvement in the last 6 games for Mamelodi Sundowns. Nope, he hasn't. Not one against Pirates, not one against Chiefs, not one against Esperance, not one against Al Ahly as we currently stand at this point. He's not had an assist or he's not had a goal. And when you watch him, it's not sizzling like it was at the start of the season. It's not sizzling like it was in February or something. It's not sizzling that way. And you sort of ask yourself the question in terms of like, has he played too many games? Is he fatigued? Is he mentally fatigued? Because I also said in my previous video that I posted as well is that Mikel Cardoso is looking like it's becoming a little bit predictable in terms of like the lineup he's going to play, the players that he's going to play. And yeah, look, I know he took out Suarez today and he put in a Lebusa, and I think Lebusa did a decent job, that's for sure. But it's like almost like, is it becoming a little bit predictable? Another thing that was concerning, I don't know if it's concerning enough for you guys. In the last 6 games, Mamelodi Sundowns have only scored 4 goals. Yeah. 4 goals, Mamelodi Sundowns. You don't associate Mamelodi Sundowns with that. You just do not. When you go back to like February, I remember I was raving about the fact that they've scored 27 in 11 games. Now they're scoring 4 in the last 6, and you sort of like, is it because this team is playing too many games? But the thing is with the Mamelodi Sundowns is that like, you don't get enough, you don't give them too much excuses because of the fact that you have a Lukaku that is outside. You have a Koza that was outside as well. You can rotate and sort of get by. But the thing is, it's probably games of consequence in terms of a Nedbank Cup semi-final, in terms of a Champions League. And Mikel Cardoso is obviously probably trying to say like, hey man, I don't trust these other players. I mean, we see them all the time, even on the stands. We see them and we're like, wow, look at that reserves bench there. I mean, it's a lot of players and stuff. And I'm just saying, like, is it tailing off? Is it catching up to them? Something needs to change because, yeah, I was just so surprised that like in the last 6 games, Ribeiro hasn't had a goal involvement at all. Hasn't had a goal involvement at all. And Mamelodi Sundowns too. They've only scored 4 times in the last 6 games. It's looking a little bit flat. You look at Shaulila, the same thing too. Reyners, what's happened to him? Something's going on. I don't know whether if it's the number of games. I don't know whether if he's not rotating enough, but it's something that they need to fix because we're going into the championship rounds. And when I say championship rounds, it's like you got to see the league out. You got to see the league out. And also, you got to make the final of the Champions League, right? The opportunity is there. You don't want to lose it. But it's a little bit concerning at the fact that snap, Ribeiro hasn't had a goal involvement, and also Sundowns are just not scoring enough recently. What's going on over there? I've dropped the link. Please hit the link to my show. I really appreciate everybody's support.